I didn't have a reason to finish. And 12 kilometers, I dropped out. Three days before London Marathon, travelling there later today, but I'm down at the track doing 3 by 1200 with a couple of minutes rest just to see how the legs are. I wasn't sure that I was even going to be able to do London Marathon. It got even to the point on Monday that I was checking for deferrals and I couldn't even run earlier in the week because I was having health issues and I had to wait on some results from the doctors, which I'll get into later. But needless to say, I'm pretty grateful that I'm actually at the track and I can actually go to London and start. Stayed at a friend's last night, arrived around 10 o'clock. I think I'm staying in late and I don't actually know. Just having breakfast and then gonna head out and do an easy run, see how that feels. Got the goods, let's head back. Holding on very tight. The cinnamon and the honey's a bit interesting. Not sure it's something I would get again. The only thing I had to do today was have a meeting at 9:30 Dutch time, and being really stupid, I managed to get the time wrong. Logged into my laptop and it was 11:20. So yeah, don't think that went down too well. First coffee in about a week. Gonna be feeling the caffeine soon. This is the only guy at Double XL. We can do a handshake. 26.2 miles. 9:30. Just been out for a walk with my friend. Took his dog out for a walk. Probably not going to run today, so thought I'll just go for a walk instead. Now going to chill out for a few hours. Going to get some of the training planned for some of the clients for next week. Not really feeling nervous at the moment, but definitely plenty of time left for that yet in the day. Rice supply for the day. Coming out. Pudding with cinnamon, nutmeg and maple syrup. Just watching my local football team Middlesbrough play, so go to the shop to find something to eat because they don't serve any food in the pub. This is how you prepare for a marathon. No sleep tonight, straight to the marathon. Not feeling so nervous. Maybe it helps staying with friends, bit of distraction. But also I don't really know what time I'm aiming for, so maybe that also just means that there isn't so much to think about. Guess I'm going to go out at around 2:30 pace and then see how I feel, just take it kilometre by kilometre. 5:50.
Hello me, you're letting me, your smile. Hello me, you want to be. Hello me, you're letting me, your smile. Hello me.
More likely to be drinking a beer at 6:30 AM than a beetroot shot. You ready for it?
Yeah, let's go, baby.
You're letting me, your smile. Hello me, you're next to me. Hello me, you're letting me, your smile. Hello me.
No cues.
Hello me, you're letting me, your smile.
Time about. grab the bags in. Time to get in to start with. Start line this year, a little bit weird. Right at the last minute, they like lifted the barrier so then you could walk forward to where the elites were, and then as we were walking towards where the elites were, the start of the race went off. I got into the first kilometre, nice and controlled, 3:38. I had this heart rate in my head of like 161 that I just wasn't willing to go over, because I just know from previous marathons that isn't sustainable, and if I'm already going over that in the first half of the race, then it's just not possible. And I was at 161 in the second and third kilometre. I think they were like 3:30, 3:33, and I thought, okay, 3:33, it's like 2 hours, that's per kilometre, 2 hour 30 pace. I was okay with that. I was willing to accept that. But then as we progressed, I just knew that this was like getting worse, so my heart rate was getting higher. And then around the 8th kilometre, I'd ran like 3:38 and I was at like 1:62. And at that point, I just wasn't really sure it was worth finishing. I didn't have a reason to finish. And then, yeah, the motivation was just going. At 12 kilometres, I dropped out, pushed through the crowd, took my race number off the front, and then I was asking one of the stewards how I can get back to the finish, and he had to get out some kind of map. He was telling me how to get there. Knew I wasn't going to remember, but I just knew I needed to get to Surrey Quays. That's all I remember. And then I was walking towards there, and then I was just watching the race and just taking everything in. And then my friend went past in a lime green vest. I wish I'd got some more footage of the moments when I'd actually caught up to him, and then, yeah, it was fun. He told me what pace he wanted to run, and I was just pacing for him. I just was like going and collecting the water bottles so he didn't have to. I was just hitting a pace, trying to remind him to stay on the blue line, all of these sort of things, just keeping an eye on him. And we were going at like 3:50 pace, that's what he wanted, kilometres. I'll put it up in miles also on the screen. And I was just hitting that until I kind of knew that it was probably the pace was a bit hot for him, just from like his breathing. I could just tell that probably wasn't going to be able to maintain that, but it also wasn't for me to say that. So then, I mean, I've also told him this after the race, but for me it was just maintaining that pace until when I kept looking around and he wasn't quite there. So then at that point it was just, yeah, I mean, there's no point me running 5-10 metres ahead of him. So and then I was just slowing down, and in the end it got pretty tough, especially for him. I mean, even for me in the last 3 kilometres, my kidneys were hurting, and yeah, at that point I was wondering whether I actually should have ran to the end, but I mean, it was too late at that point. But we made it to the end, and he ran like 3-minute PB.
That's the medical tent I got pulled into.
Early. Here we go.
International thing. My brother lives in Madrid. Thank you. I see your number.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
You can.
People who want to run that far and not get a medal.
Oh really?
I don't understand why.
I mean, I did ask for a no t-shirt and I regretted it.
Let's get ahead.
Come on.
Let's get
We made it. So it's now 4 days after the marathon. It's now Thursday. So it's taken me some time. Not because I was disappointed. I mean, the disappointment kind of goes, like, the disappointment went in the first 10 kilometres as you start to realise you know within the first 5 kilometres how the race is going to go. And of course I was hoping that everything was going to be better, kind of my health issues, but just didn't happen. So yeah, now it's just about getting healthy again. Love doing the race. Had a little bit of downtime with friends, had a few drinks in the afternoon. So yeah, that was the London Marathon. Great weekend. Love doing the race. Gonna do it again next year, I imagine. Just need to get a championship qualifying time, and championship in the UK is like below 2:38, and then you have to be a member of a UK athletics club. But I don't see that being an issue in Amsterdam. The goal in Amsterdam will still be sub 2:25. That hasn't changed. But yeah, next week I'm gonna explain what I've found out about doing the Norwegian singles method, which I've been applying for myself since middle of December. And then also I've read a couple of books that have come out recently around these principles. So just to do a bit of a comparison with what I thought was right, mistakes I've made, what's gone well, will I continue to even use this method for my next training block, that sort of thing. So yeah, if you made it this far, thanks for listening, and see you in the next one.